Hello and welcome back as promised with my review of BattleMag issue number 4. And first things first, this is a larger 48 pages version. Last time it was 20 and before that the first two were 12 pages. Now we start with a couple of painted miniatures and the content with focus on the new box set Battle for Metropolis, the Battle for Iskandria, a couple of content from other people, for example yours truly, also Ben Brownlee, Graham Stanning, Slavomir, Mark Brandon and Sebastian as the head honcho in charge. And in old school style we're gonna have an A3 poster of the Ronin as well. Let's get started. And as I said in the previous video, there has been no releases for about 10 years in Urban War, and after the Andersons we are now getting retainer veterans. And just the first view up here, the guy on the right appears a little bit tall, but overall I am very happy with what they look like and that we are getting new miniatures after such a long time absent. Another thing that I see with the with the Triads here, so I'm totally Viridian today, here this stock of the rifle appears like it is sculpted to look like wood, so really nice if that is the case. Another thing I want to point out here, the Elder Worm sculpted by Phil Lewis. I did interview Phil, again 15 years or so ago, and he is really nice guy with some really great sculpts under his belt. Also the 10mm and 28mm dwarfs with 28mm Leviathan models by Alessio Cispani to complement the new release schedule. If I haven't said it before, I will say it again. The MP miniature paints available from sebGames, definitely my paints of choice nowadays if I want to paint something really nicely. Now, as I said, focus number 1, Void 2.0, Battle for Metropolis. Since we are not calling it Metropolis the game or the Battle for Iskandria, what we have in this box is a unit of Marines. And this is exactly the same thing as I unboxed earlier today, except that the sniper is replacing the guy with the bazooka, and that, yes, there is a 4th Marine. I'm having mine sent soon, and the loader is also, of course, not there, but otherwise it's the same set. In terms of the Syntha, again, same set, and in the big box set as it is depicted here, not in the picture but in the overview, as you can see here, there is 305 points of Viridians versus 304 points of Syntha, and the Syntha not only have a boost with Neo Pi, which is not on here, but they are the better shots compared to the Viridians. And with the grape guns, it's actually 2 in my box set, so yeah, I will have to remove one of the T-tags, and I'm raffling off my T-tags on Saturday for the participants of our participation games at Caronade. Yeah, overall really nice quick box set, although the release has been a bit hampered with technical difficulties. I think this is a really great life sign for both the games Void as well as Urban War, with a really amazing revival of the Mark I Androsans and the addition of the Mark II Assault Androsans. That will be a really strong team for you to play in either Urban War or in Void. Now a little bit further with rules for your Marines, your Androsans, for the half-track. Okay, Neopie was not in there. The new half-track that was released a couple of weeks ago with paint schemes and the new miniature Dave the Devil Douglas for the Void Viridian Marines. And finally the rules for the Ronin. I will play mine as a Triad boss, as a Uber boss, as a Ronin, as a Daimyo, whatever you want to call it. Very interesting rule here, the reactive armor. That is another really nice touch to bring in some new gaming variants and new miniatures. So here is yours truly with some thoughts on expanding your Viridians and your Junkers. I will just go through this with a look, and here is our poster with continuing in the magazine with some kit bashing and conversions by Duncan, our chief caster, and Sebastian, the owner of the license. And here I did a thing. I did paint a whole Metropolis Corallon army with the Urban War sculpts, and this has been really amazing to paint. Specifically, I used the GSW speed paint variants, the dipping inks, and going over your miniatures once, twice, 3 times, really fast, really great coverage. And as you can see, the result of a couple of shots that I have submitted to Sebastian. Then I'm not going through this, not because I don't think this is a great story, but I want you to get this magazine. Mark Brandon, veteran of the industry, recently released a game of his own, and I have yet to print it, unfortunately, because the printer did not work. So, but yeah, let's quickly go through that. And one of the things that Sebastian and I have been talking about is, well, how about we redo all the army books and make them compatible either with both games at the same time, or redo the army book in an Urban War style, bring some Void miniatures into Urban War, bring some Urban War miniatures into Void. And yeah, here is, for example, the Spider Tank and another miniature that I have not seen, the Aracto Brood. And yeah, you can see the similarity, the hybrid between the Aractons and the Brood from Urban War. So this will be a really great addition to both games. And if I have to say it again, Sebastian, those are pre-ordered, minimum 4. So, and these are the tactical Aractons that I was just referring to. And we go through that as well with the whole Corallon army list, with the special rules and the armory for the Corallon. Another story by Graham Stanning and Ben Brownlee. Sorry about that, Ben. And I'm again not doing that, so give you a little bit of motivation to get this magazine in print or as a free download. Now, I looked at the rear cover and there is some hint of what is coming next, but I am not going to share what Sebastian has hinted to me very strongly. I wish you all a great evening, a great week, and I will see you on the next video.